power invisible, and you see it everywhere and every day. One power indescribable, and you speak of it with every word you say. Mysterious until you know the truth, as simple as the love inside of you. Call it God, call it Spirit, call it Jesus, call it Lord, call it Buddha, Baha'u'llah, angels' wings or heaven's door. But whatever name you give it, it's all one power, can't you see? It's the power of the love in you and me. One power, one power, one power, one power. We speak so many languages, different clothing, different colors, different names. The different is only dangerous when we forget that in the heart we're all the same. And we'll remember once we close our eyes to see that such distances were never meant to be. Call it God, call it Spirit, call it Jesus, call it Lord, call it Buddha, Baha'u'llah, Hashem or heaven's door. It's Muhammad, it's your mind, it's your soul, or it's your sign. It's the universe, it's music, Mother Earth or Father Time. But whatever name you give it, it's all one power, can't you see? Whatever name you give it, it's the very air we breathe. Oh, it's the power of the love in you and me. One power, oh, one power, one power is what we are. One power, one power. It's the freedom of forgiveness. It's the sweetness of release. It's the joy of inspiration. It's the sunshine on your face. It's the birthright of all nations. It's the boundlessness of space. It's the beauty of a baby, the serenity of sleep. It's the anger we abandon for its love that's most deep. It's one power. It's one power. What we are is one power.
Brahma Baba had simplicity and respectful behavior. Baba was a great example of simplicity. He used to live in a small room that was very old and had a tin roof. That room was his restroom, his dining room, his office, and meeting place with the children. A white sheet covered his bed. The walls were painted white. There was no special decoration in his room, and it was very simple outside too. Sitting in that room, Baba, the image of service, gave new life to so many souls. So many sat there and experienced the happiness of meeting God and had the thought of surrendering themselves to God. Baba didn't have any artificial decoration on himself or in his room. Baba would say, "Children, whoever has given even 1 paisa for this godly service, that 1 paisa is more valuable than 100,000 rupees. It is for purifying human souls and the service of giving them peace. I cannot spend it for my own comfort or happiness. That would be dishonest with the treasure entrusted to me." Baba never told anyone off individually, but always spoke to everyone with gentle and sweet, pure feelings and respectful words. Because of his sweet words, his sweet drishti, his sweet interaction, sweet things of knowledge, and his sweet smile, His place of residence was named Madhuban, Tapovan, the land of Tapasya.
Although a human soul, he was different from all other human beings. He had fatherly love for everyone. Just as a father becomes very happy when his children claim a good status, in the same way, Baba too would be happy. A worthy father always has the desire for all his children to be always worthy and remain happy. Baba always used to have such feelings for all human souls. He would say, some children also remain pure even after being married. That is, they are even ahead of the sannyasis. When some children did godly service very well, Baba would say, this child is seated on the Father's heart throne. He does even more service than Baba does. This child is even more clever than Baba is in explaining knowledge to souls. Seeing souls make intense effort in this way, or seeing them being successful in their lives, Baba would be very happy. He would write letters to children again and again and increase their happiness, zeal, and enthusiasm. He would guide them and protect them from the suffering of Maya. Baba gave cooperation and protection to every child and forged their loving relationships to Shiv Baba. while fulfilling the responsibility of the Alokik Father, he taught the children the lesson of being an Alokik, that is, a spiritual child. Brahma Baba was always willing to give love, help, and protection. Giving everyone a blessing and making them worthy and engaging them in godly service was Brahma Baba's special art. He made someone so versatile in construction that one became perfect and built Panda Bhavan and Yoga Bhavan, etc. He taught someone accounting skills. He blessed some with the art of taking notes and others with writing skills. Someone who had not been educated in a particular subject at school was made more capable and experienced than one who had studied and been educated in that subject. This was Baba's wonder. Today, those children are engaged in doing such unlimited service in an alokik way that, seeing their special skills, people become amazed at how such an unlimited task is being carried out without any sorrow, conflict, or fighting. His permanent smile, the sparkle of Shiv Baba's remembrance in his eyes, the sweetness and spirituality in his versions, and benefit for people at every step. His humility, even though he was so great. His fearlessness when faced with adverse situations. His carefree nature. His truth. His contentment. And his constantly flowing love. His unbroken love for God and his unshakable faith. Such was his multifaceted personality. Brahma Baba had the art of making everyone worthy. When you looked into Brahma Baba's eyes, you didn't have to make any effort to forget your body. It felt as though the soul had become bodiless and was going somewhere at the speed of light, far, far away beyond the sky, into the world of light. This experience was just as subtle as it was deep and enlightening. It enabled the soul to stay in the avyakt stage even afterwards. From this, you can clearly understand how impactful, powerful, and deep Baba's stage of yoga must have been, and how much he himself would have been in the stage of being beyond the body, in the avyakt stage. Brahma Baba had powerful drishti that took you beyond the consciousness of the body. Baba had great depth of knowledge, and this was why there was a unique sparkle of intoxication of knowledge in his life. This was why he always used to say, "This knowledge is precious, for these are imperishable jewels." The knowledge that he spoke of was filled with love. There was such a unique blend of knowledge and love in his life that it was impossible to speak of the two separately. Some of those who came into contact with Baba would say that they experienced more love in their life, and others would say that Baba initially gave them some love and would then try to take them into the depths of knowledge. In fact, that was the perception of the observer, and both were right in their own way. In fact, Baba's words of knowledge were never spoken without love, and his loving words were always filled with knowledge. And the aim of both love and knowledge was to make all human souls pure and yogi. There was a unique blend of knowledge and love in Baba's life. Baba had such love based on knowledge for Shiv Baba that he would make every situation instrumental for him to stay in remembrance. If any problem came in front of him, he would say, "Remember Shiv Baba, for only then will your effort be complete. Baba would also make worldly physical situations a means to remember Shiv Baba. Simply saying, Baba, Baba, there was always remembrance of sweet Baba in his mind. Just as at night, two very close young friends would go to their own homes to sleep, and then in the morning would go to the other's house and go to study or play together. In the same way, Baba could not stay without Shiv Baba. They never became separated from one another through the night. Baba used to say, I am sleeping with Baba. This was such a deep relationship of love and remembrance. Brahma Baba had remembrance at every step. Baba had every type of balance in his life. He would give full emphasis to becoming soul conscious, but at the same time, he never advocated being careless about physical health or looking after the body. Yes, he did say that you mustn't waste your breath in speaking about your physical illness again and again, because the elements are tamo pradhan today. Yes, on the path of ignorance, we have performed sinful actions, and so there will definitely be some disease and illness. So if we focused our mind and intellects on that, we would not then be able to make time to remember Shiv Baba. He used to say, "Children, work with both medicine and blessings. And while doing service, do not forget to have yoga. Otherwise, the sanskaras of body consciousness will become firm." On this, he would say, that body is very valuable, and so you have to keep it in good condition so that you are able to do godly service with it, and so that there are no obstacles in your yoga. Baba would ask us to have good food, and at the same time would advise us not to spend too much for sustaining our stomachs, to remain free from attractions. He would feed us totally with a lot of love and would take the children for picnics, but at the same time, he would divert our minds away from taking food and drink from the streets outside and would quieten the desires of our minds. He was very firm in making us do service and performing actions tirelessly. However, at the same time, he would also draw our attention to the state of our minds and our personal efforts. He would also caution us about the damage that carelessness could cause us. Brahma Baba had a unique balance in life. Out of all the virtues, Sakar Baba had one main virtue which always stood out in his personality. Purity always flowed out of him. He would continue to purify the atmosphere and would transform people's lives. It was his soul conscious vision that did this. While always being in a soul conscious stage, Baba would always look at each soul in all the bodies. In Baba's class, little children as well as old people would be present. There would be Brahmins as well as wealthy individuals who were present. But Baba would look at everyone with soul-conscious vision. Baba never had any feeling of high or low, or rich or poor, but he always saw everyone with equal vision and gave everyone equal love and respect. Baba never had any bad or inauspicious thoughts for anyone. He always gave this teaching to everyone. Never think of bringing any harm to anyone or saying anything inauspicious through your lips. Baba had very pure and positive thoughts for everyone and had such an unlimited heart. Baba always said to the mothers and Kumaris who were prevented from coming onto the path of knowledge by their family members, and to those who were unjustly and violently treated, children, continue to serve them with knowledge and yoga and make effort to benefit them. Children, do not have hatred for them. Always have pure thoughts for them. Having pure and positive thoughts for everyone, Baba would stay awake at night and renounce his sleep to purify them and make them yogyukt. He used to make plans for giving them God's introduction. Brahma Baba had soul-conscious vision and pure and positive thoughts for everyone. Such was our very sweet and lovely Sakar Baba. And to speak about his specialities is like showing the lamp to the sun, placing our footsteps in his footsteps. We Brahmin children become examples for everyone.
is none like you. No one else can touch my heart like you do. And I could search for all eternity long and find there is none like you. Oh, there is none like you. No one else can touch my heart like you do. And I could search for all eternity long and find that there is none like you.
Your mercy flow like a river so wide, and healing comes from your hands. Suffering children are safe in your arms. There is none like you.
Oh, there is none like you. There is none like you. There's just no one else can touch my heart like you do. Oh, and I could search for all eternity long and find that there is none like you. Oh, I could search for all eternity long